Good morning again. This is video number 2 today. So, and I want to separate it into two different videos because it's completely two different topics. But one thing that I so my son goes to a great daycare. He goes to a Montessori academy, and in his class there's this little boy, the cutest little black boy. I mean, the little boy. I think he's like maybe like 4 or 5 months old. Cutest little baby in the world. Like, made me have baby fever all over again. But anyways, so I was dropping my son off at daycare, and I had never seen the boy's parents, right? Never seen them. I was dropping my son off at daycare yesterday, and all of a sudden I see his dad walk out. His dad is walking out or whatever with the car seat, and I was like, "Hey, is that his little boy's name is August?" I was like, "Hey, is that August's dad?" And they was like, "Yeah, that's his dad." And I was like, "Oh." And I was like, immediately, I was like, "Is he adopted?" And they was like, "Yeah, August is adopted." And I was like, "Oh, okay, well, cool." And because his dad, well, for one, it's a gay couple. So it's two guys who adopted this little black boy. This two white men adopted this little black boy. Now, I don't care about them being a gay couple. That's not something I'm going to address today. Okay. That's whatever. I don't really care about that. But I think, my question to y'all is, how do you feel about white people adopting black children? Um, for me, I have some mixed reviews. Okay. Like instantly, I just thought about, like, I had read an article where there was this couple who had adopted a black girl and a black boy, like a sibling group, and was like using them as like slave labor. And that's instantly what I go to when I think of like a white couple adopted a black child. And I'm like, they're gonna raise him as their slave. Like, I just be so, I go to the extreme. Like, I go straight, like straight to slavery. Right. And so I'm like, and so I always wonder why. Like, why would you adopt a black, and I guess I just feel like maybe I'm assuming the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that everyone's bad. I don't. I think that there are good people and good white people. Yeah, that sounds so horrible. But there are good people who who adopt, and maybe they just adopting what's needed, because there are a lot of black kids in the foster system, and there are a lot of black people who adopt. Which, side note, me and my husband plan on adopting. If I haven't stepped on this soapbox, if you are a black person and you are of and you feel like you can take care of yourself and take care of children, sustain yourself, adopt. Like, there are a lot of kids, especially black kids in the foster system, that don't get adopted, and they end up aging out, and it's a horrible situation. So, if you can do it, do it, because definitely. But anyways, let me put my soapbox back. But yeah, I don't know, man. I always wonder why. Number one is why. Why did you adopt a black child? Number two is, I worry, will that child get to know their culture? Like, as an African American, how can you have the talk with, because this is a black boy we talking about. This little boy, at some point, somebody's going to have to sit him down and have the talk about how it is to be a black man in the United States of America. Like, at some point, somebody's going to have that discussion with him. And so at some point, somebody's going to talk to him about racism. Now, I do think that because his dads are gay, like, because it's a gay couple, at least they have some form of understanding about discrimination. But if it was, oh man, I thought I had a parking spot, y'all, and then it was reserved for expectant mothers. But at least they know some form of discrimination, so that way they can, kind of relate to what it's like to be a black man. I'm not saying that they can directly relate. Don't jump on me. You know what I'm saying? But I think they can kind of relate, because they're a gay couple, right? That's adopted. Now, but as far as like their culture and like teaching them like things about being black, like, I wonder how they're gonna do that. Even little things like how to do their hair. Like the little boy has some seriously curly hair, and I'm like, how are you gonna do his hair? Like how? Like, and maybe they'll. I don't know. Maybe they'll do their due diligence, take a class, watch some YouTube videos. I don't know, but those are instantly the things that pop in my mind when I see a white couple that adopts a black child, or a white couple that adopts a Hispanic child, or a black person that adopts a white child. Like, you don't really know what it is. You can't relate to the child. Like, you can't. I can't. Like, me and my husband want to adopt, and I don't know if we would adopt a white child. For one, well, we won't. Let's just say we won't. Okay, we're gonna adopt a black child because there's enough black kids in the system. So, and there's more than enough black kids in the system. So those are the kids that probably don't get adopted the most. But um, I mean, I don't. I think if even if a black person was to adopt a white kid, I don't think that they could relate. Not saying that they couldn't teach them stuff. Like, you can't teach somebody just because I'm not white doesn't mean I can't teach them how to be a good person. Okay, but there are some things that I'm going to teach in the way that black people do things, in the way that the black culture is. And he's going to end up being a white guy that's very much relatable to black people. Like, that's and so, yeah, and same with Hispanic. Like, I don't know if I want to adopt a Hispanic child because I can't teach him the Hispanic culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have to basically have some kind of mentor, or constantly make myself go and be around that community so he can understand his heritage. So, you know, I don't. So it makes me wonder if you don't plan on putting in that extra effort of putting them around, because basically they're gonna have to go out of their way to put that little boy around black people, to put that little boy in the black community, and teach him how to be a black person, what it means to be an African American. They're gonna have to do that, and so why add that extra toll to you? Like, when you could have just adopted a little white boy. Like, I don't know. So what do you guys think about that? Because I wouldn't necessarily say I'm against it. I just raise an eyebrow to it. Like, why? Like, I wish that little boy the best. Like, that's kind of how I see it. Like, oh man, I wish him the best. I hope that works out. Like, but yeah, let me know how y'all feel about that. Like, what's your opinion? Do you think that it doesn't have any effect on the child to be raised? Aside, another thing is, like, I don't know if y'all know, like, Key and Peele, Keegan Michael Key and Jordan Peele both were raised by white families, so they were both adopted and raised by white families, and I think they're both mixed though, but and they seem to have turned out okay. So so maybe I think it boils down to the parents. You know, how much of an effort are the parents going to put in to get that child to learn their heritage? But yeah, give me your opinions. Let me know how you feel about that. Yeah, y'all have a good day. Bye.